I don't wanna fight this. Let it take me. Kinda wanna risk it. Maybe break me. Are we capable or unstable? Living on a landslide. Even when we're alright. Living on a landslide. Even if we're alright. Riding through the unknown. Better hold tight. Over climbing this slope. When it's this high. Are we capable or unstable? Living on a landslide. Even when we're alright. Living on a landslide. Even if we're alright. Living on a landslide. Living on a landslide.
Happy Wednesday, everyone. How are we all doing? Another month is here. It is Wednesday, March 5th, 2025. A massive hello to everyone who is watching live in the chat. Callie, good to see you here. Kira, we got Mojo, we got the Karum Kid. Good to see you here. Backlog killed the game cat. Salvador, we got Fifth. We've got... Scrolling up, lots of conversation here. Thank you, everyone. Hope you're doing. Agramonia, good to see you here. Welcome to Myles Dyer Live, where I just feel so chilled after that song. Isn't that track great? I picked it out of the Monster Cat catalogue just before coming on, and yeah, I was really pleased with it. That song is by Deuce and Courtney Storm, and it's called Landslide. And if you like that music or any of the other stuff you hear at the start, head on over, not to there, head on over to, that's all the music list, those are all the music songs you could see, not even to that, Myles Dyer Live. If you just search it on Spotify, you'll find all the tracks there, and you can see what all the music is that I've chosen for it, so check it out. Great. I hope you're all doing really well. I've had a very busy week preparing for the VR game showcase, which is next week, which we're super excited for at Impact Reality and Flat to VR Studios. Lots of exciting stuff there for anyone that's going to be tuning in. We've got a few games to talk about, more than one, plural. So yeah, we're all getting preparations behind the scenes. It's all very busy. But I also booked some flights to America. I'm going to be going to see my good friend Eric, working at his for a week in Florida. And then I'm going to be heading to San Francisco for GDC. And then stopping off at San Diego on the way home. So I'm going to be out there for 2 to 3 weeks. It's going to be really nice to get out there. Hopefully the weather is good to me in Florida. And I haven't done a proper trip to the States, I feel like, in a while. But I was there PAX East last year. So it was just over a year ago, actually. I just want to say a massive thank you to Mojo for, let me find it there, gifting 5 memberships. Thank you so much. Huge congrats to Mike, Boognish, Pietrek, Alex, and Doomsly. Congrats to all of you. Welcome to the membership. And if any of you have not become a member yet and you want to, it doesn't cost a lot, helps support the channel. Click that join button and you unlock some nice little digital goodies next to your name and stuff. So please do check that out. Great. And so today, because I'm going to the States, I've started thinking about packing. And I have to say, I am the worst when it comes to packing. I normally leave it super last minute. How last minute? I used to get to into the habit of like not going to sleep at all, and then so I'm not worrying about like waking up late and missing my flight. And I will pack the morning of. And the reason I talked myself into doing it was because if I was to pack sooner, I would then be packed, and then I'd have all this time to worry about what have I missed and what haven't I. I know this is completely nonsensical, but so are a lot of things when it comes to insecurities and stuff like that. The idea is that pack last minute, and then it means that it's too late now. That's all the time you had. Got to go out the door now, and there's no point worrying about it. So that's kind of what I have in mind with it. Just having a look in the chat. What have I missed? This is amazing news. This applause, hopefully it doesn't sound sarcastic. Obviously this is great. Good to hear that your partner is cancer free. That is amazing news. Not an easy thing at all. So yeah, much love to all of you there. That's nice to have some good news there. You're an all-day packer. All right. Well, let's unpack this. What is an all-day packer? What is that? I'd like to know that. What does an all-day packer look like? Does that mean that you do bits and pieces, or you kind of pack and then you worry about it for the longest possible time? Like, what does that look like? I'm super curious there. And no worries. That is really good to hear. The other opening question I have for others is let's have some honesty. I just want to hear from people. Anyone that's willing to be open about this. I just want to know, what's the worst packing mistake you've ever made? Have you forgotten something essential? Did you overpack and regretted it? I think I always worry and end up overpacking because I'm going to be away for 3 weeks. Or 2.5. I'm trying to work out how many clothes I need to pack. I feel like enough for 7 days, maybe with some wiggle room for like 8 or 9. I'm even thinking about, like, do I pack a coat? Because I'm going to be like in Florida and then in California. It's going to be warm, and if it's a bit cold, I could just wear a hoodie. But then I'm thinking about when I get back in the UK, and then I've got to get home, and what if it's really cold here, and then I haven't got my coat? You know, those are the kind of things I'm thinking about. Siago says, I pack stuff, check 50 million times if I've packed everything. Remember 5 things, forget a bunch of other stuff regardless, right? I try not to overpack. It's costly if you're flying. Well, yeah, I mean, I have a 25 kilogram limit. I've also upgraded my flight. I'm flying with Virgin, and I can't remember what the I think it's called like classic economy or something like that, where you get a bit more legroom and stuff. Watch out for all the restricted items that can't go into the cabin. Oh yeah, like knives and pistols and lighter fluid, all that sort of stuff. Yeah. Oh, and bombs, you're not allowed to take them either. Here we go. We got some. Oh my God, see, I'll go underwear and socks. You only need half. You can turn them inside out. Jesus Christ. Okay. Mojo says, I left my passport one time. I was going somewhere and I had to get a taxi back home, then leg it to the station. It was so stressful. Well, at least you made it, assuming you did make it. So this is something I've never found the answer to. And I'm going to go through some of your other nightmare stories. But what happens if you lose your passport while in the airport? I'm going to look this up. Does anyone know? Kira says, my worst packing mistake was getting those packing cubes to keep things sorted, and then it took forever to find all the things, and I was late for the bus. The packing cubes to keep things. What are packing cubes? I'm gonna have to look this up. Packing cubes. Oh, is that like, so they, okay. So these actually go inside the case and that to keep things separate. Do you know what? I might get some of these. I've never used packing cubes before. How have I never done this? I love this. So today is just my way of learning the basics of packing, because I've never heard of packing cubes, and I'm like, this is brilliant. This is brilliant. Let's have a look. Okay, some people say you're effed. Some say it may be a temporary travel pass. Nick says, don't wear your exploding shoes. That's another good tip. Let's have a look. All right, I've looked up what happens. So, if you lose your passport while at the airport, don't panic, but act fast. Here's what you should do. Stay calm and retrace your steps. Alert airport authorities. Contact your country's... Okay, this all that stuff I don't need to know about. Alert airport authorities just to see if someone's handed it in. Then contact your country's embassy or consulate. If you can't find it, you'll need an emergency travel document or temporary passport. The embassy may need proof of identity, driver's license, photos, digital copies of your passport. Report it as lost and stolen. Rebook travel if necessary. A bonus tip, keep digital and paper copies of your passport somewhere safe. This makes replacing them much easier. Okay. That's good to know. That's good to know. Any other nightmare stories? I'm having a look. No. No more nightmare stories? Okay. Chris says, I lost the key to my bag lock and had to get the receptionist that I knew well to take bolt cutters. So this is what I was going to ask, right? Is having a case that you lock, like with, is having a case that you lock actually a good idea? Because I thought like the TSA, if they scan it and want to check it, they'll break into your case and then the lock's fucked. Is that right? I've never understood it. Just want to say a massive thank you to Fifth with the super chat, who says, I have hassles with OCD just sitting at my desk. Packing would drive me nuts. Let me find out. There are TSA locks that will allow them to unlock if needed. Is that right? So, like, they have special locks for it, but no one else does. if you don't lock your bag, it'll get broken into. See, I've never the amount of times I've travelled and I've never had a lock on my bag. Actually, no, that's not true. I've had a little padlock, but not too much. Maybe I need to get a new case ordered for travelling. If you're flying domestically within the UK or EU, locking your bag is usually fine. If you're using TSA-approved lock for flights to or within the US, TSA can open it without breaking it. If you're carrying valuables, though, it's best to keep important items in hand luggage. When it might be a problem, some airport security teams may cut locks if they need to inspect your bag, especially in the US if it's not TSA-approved. So, okay, I never knew this. TSA-approved locks. Wow. Okay. But it's got a combination on it. But what I don't understand is... Sorry, just looking here. So it's a combination, but they unlock it... okay, that they can unlock it from the bottom here. So how does it work? Okay. I might order these tonight. Oh, here we go. How to use. So you set it. Push the reset button into the groove of a pen. Oh, that sounds complicated. Set a new combo. Okay. So... see what the reviews are like. Very good. Great quality. Very handy. Decent build. Nice little hand modelling there from Sharby. Nice one, Sharby. If you're seriously worried about security and your luggage being stolen, this is not a lock for you. It's flimsy and the passcode reset is easily done. However, if you're looking for a minor deterrent or something to stop zips coming apart and luggage opening, this is perfectly adequate. Interesting. Genuinely, like, what are people's thoughts when it comes to locking bags? If someone wants to break in, them little block wouldn't stop. Then just use a key ring. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Is like none of this works. None of this works. Right? Backlog says. Recently, I lost my ID card in Belgium and had to beg the airport personnel to accept my boarding for the return flight to Italy. I had no time to get to the embassy for such special temporary... oh, that's terrible. But they let you on, I'm guessing, so that's good. But that would have still been very, very worrying. No, I agree, Kira. It says it in the description. I'm just... This live stream is just me, like, just siphoning off good knowledge from you all. This stream is just Myles delegating his packing strategies. Small knife opens all bags. Yeah, this is it. Okay. Interesting. So, some tips there anyway. Who here enjoys packing? Does anyone here enjoy packing? And do people roll... or do they fold their clothes? What do you do? Do you roll or fold? I fold when I'm going out, but when I'm on the way back, I will roll. I'll roll clothes up if I've been wearing them. That's how I function. My general feeling on this is not to travel with anything you'd miss too badly. Tech is awkward because it's so expensive to replace. I try to narrow that down though. Yeah. So I want to take my VR headset, but I'm wondering like how easy that's going to be. Like, how strict are they on a flight? If I've got a backpack and then I've got a small bag for my like headset, am I going to be able to carry that as well, or are they really strict? I'm pretty sure I would be able to do that. But I agree with that. I am very, very open with the fact that I'm going to be anxious until I'm on the flight, and then I'll be fine. Hey, King Rolo, welcome. Hope you're doing good. Wear it as a hat. Wear it as a hat. Does anyone have any rituals or routines they do before they head off? My routines is always I go round the house and I unplug everything from the sockets. I close all the doors, and in my mind, it's like if there's a fire, it will delay it a little bit from spreading too quickly. And then I just double check. I make sure I screenshot like important documents, like if I'm talking about my passport and things like that. That's really, really important. Hide the house keys so you don't take them with you. I take them with me. I also have a notebook, and in my notebook I will write down like addresses. So without showing it there, like I've got it folded there. That was one of my trips, and I'll have on it. That was when I went to see my friend Myles in 2023. God, it was 2 years ago. And what I'll do is I will write down on it. I will write down. I'm just reading it. So I'll write on here what my flight number is, and obviously where it's going to go to. I write down the full name of who I'm visiting and their address. I just write down core details, just so I'm covered. Because I always think in my head, if my phone dies, what info do I need? So I make sure that I have like a page that is where I'm going, like what the flight numbers are, with travel insurance, what the reference is, what the number is I need to call, just so I have all of that. And I have it in a little folder, a plastic folder with me that I keep on me at all times. And that's like my lifeline with stuff. I need to check about like SIM cards, because last time I was in the States, O2, who I'm on, when I landed in Boston, they were just like, yeah, you can pay like $10 a day and you get like data, and that works really good. I'm too organized. I like that you say that. I don't feel I'm organized enough. Leave them upstairs lights on. That'll trick those burglars. Strategically place mannequins. Job done. Oh man, I used to have a mannequin. I do have smart lights though, so they do go through rotation and stuff. Also, I heard ages ago that like actually specifically mentioning when you're going to be away, I think can impact insurance claims. I'm going to find out if there's actually any truth to that. I heard that mentioning you are on vacation on social media means if your home gets burgled, that your insurance claims will be harder to file because you've broadcast that your home is empty. Is there any truth to that? I'm curious because it feels like there shouldn't be. Maybe it is like an urban myth. I'm about to find out. Okay, so there is some truth to this concern, though it depends on your insurance provider and policy. Here's what you need to know. You ready for this? Broadcasting an empty home equals increased risk. Well, that's totally... If you publicly post that you're away, it signals to potential burglars that your home is unoccupied. Some insurance companies may consider this negligence and could reject or reduce your claim. But the policy terms matter. So many home insurance policies require reasonable care to secure your home while you're away. If an insurer finds that you made it obvious your home was empty, e.g. publicly posting real-time vacation updates, they could argue you didn't take proper precautions. It's not always enforced, but it is a risk. While there aren't a specific social media clauses in most policies, insurers can investigate claims and look at public posts. If there's evidence you publicly announce your absence, they could deny a payout by claiming you made yourself a target. So when it comes to that sort of stuff, firstly, wait to post until you're home. Check your privacy settings. If you must post, make sure updates are visible only to trusted friends and family. Set up home security. I have really strong home security. Security cameras, alarms, smart lighting can help you prove you took precaution. Have someone house sit, and I have someone that checks in my house on a regular basis. I have a few people that do that. But yeah, there we go. Yeah, it is kind of common sense. I mean, I have some friends that whenever they go to like events in London and that, they'll always post it on a delay, just because there will be people that follow them on Instagram that will find out where they are and try and bump into them. I don't really have that issue anymore. But yeah, having people check in and stuff's good. I got a few close friends that will be, and also like informing neighbours nearby. Neighbours that you trust, of course. Right, I'm glad you mentioned it. Is it sad I want to watch a movie on the plane on my Quest 3? It's not sad. So one of the most amazing things about a Quest 3 is instead of looking at a small screen in front of you, you can put a Quest 3 on, and then you could be in a big screen environment. My question is, are there any apps that allow you to download stuff onto your Quest 3 headset, for example, like Disney Plus or YouTube Premium? This is when I really regret, because work offered to buy me a headset when I joined Impact Reality, and I didn't want to, take the piss, as we'd say over here. So I got the smallest one, the 128 gigabyte. That was a big mistake. That was such a big mistake. It's amazing how quickly you fill that up. But yeah. Yeah, a lot of people in the chat talking about trustworthy neighbours, like check in with them. Does your suitcase look like 100 other people's? Hard to know which is yours. That's kind of funny. I mean, like, let me have a look. I'm just going to search on Amazon. Travel case. Cabin size. Yeah, I mean, I feel like maybe I should... Because I've got... I mean, I'll show you what my bag is. My bag is really old. Let me show you 1 second. I use this, and what I like about it is it's got a good volume to it. I could probably hide it here. Yeah, it's pretty, so I can live in there. But no, it's very, very roomy. And then it's obviously got the wheels on the end, and it's got this, which is a bit busted. So I'm wondering if that's all right, or if I need to get, if I need to get a new one. So yeah. See, I'm looking on here now. I'm looking at all these. See, these hard case ones. I'm like, are these actually good? But these are hand cabin, aren't they? They're not like the full size ones. You can get hybrid size. These are carry-on still. These are all cabin. God, some of these are like £30. I feel like these would just break. You know? I mean, I like the colours. The colours are nice. Spacious AF. Absolutely. This is what I mean. I've used this for ages. Why change now? But I'm just looking at all these and I'm just like, I don't know. Like, what are the best cases? I worry that if I got something new, I would never pick it up at the other end because I'd be so used to picking up my last bag. You only take carry-on. I can't only take carry-on if I'm going to America for 2 weeks. I feel like I can't do that. But I could do. Maybe. Anyway. Enough looking at cases. I need to think about it. Yeah, there's a very high chance of me doing that, right? Let me have a look here. Has anyone had I've just got a list of questions I wanted to ask. Has anyone ever had an airport security fail? I'll never forget my last trip. It was it when I was going to... Was it when I was going to Romania, or was it when I went to the States? Basically, it was the security checkpoint, and there was a guy in front, and all his bags got stopped, and he was just being constantly asked questions. And they were like, "Is this alcohol?" And he's like, "No, it's water." And they test it, and he's like, "Oh yeah, it's alcohol." And he just kept on lying and stuff. And it was like the most suspicious guy I've ever seen. I was just like, what is he doing? Like, how did he think he was gonna talk his way out of it? And it was just like one thing after another. And then another bag got stopped, and they were like, "Whose is this?" And he's like, "Oh, that's mine as well." It was absolutely ridiculous. Your dad always gets searched for getting let through. Nothing too deep, thankfully. Yeah, I've sometimes had like been called aside for searches, but not often. The bit I hate is when you've got to take all your electronics out and put it in a tray. Because I have so many electronics, and then it's also take your rings off. It's also take your laptops out of their cases and things like that. That's the one thing I need to sort out. Is I need to sort out my secondary work laptop. That's something I definitely need to sort out. Security fail. It happened to a traveling companion. I like that, the way you tell the story. It's like, I'm not going to own this. It was a traveling companion who traveled too light to the US, one small backpack. The TSA was so... Why were they suspicious? Because wouldn't they have just treated that as carry-on luggage? Yeah, I don't find it that nerve-wracking. I also, like... My mum used to scare the hell out of me when she was like, if they ask you if you're going for work or pleasure, always say pleasure. Like, vacation. And I was like, why? If US security at passport control ask if you are there for work or pleasure, what difference does it make? I'm curious about this. Do you actually have to like pay taxes or something? Is that what it's for? I know if you say like you're a journalist, that can be something. Your answer determines how they process your entry and what rules apply. Here's why it matters. Yeah, is it about working visas? So if you say pleasure, tourism, personal travel, you're entering on a tourist visa, B2 or an ESTA visa waiver program. This means you're expected to sightsee, visit friends or family, or vacation. You cannot do paid work for a US company while visiting. Volunteering or attending unpaid conferences is usually fine. Okay. Border officers may ask for your return ticket and proof of funds to ensure you plan to leave. Okay. If you say work, you'll need a business visa, a B1 or ESTA for business-related visits. This covers things like meetings, attending conferences, signing contracts, or training. You cannot engage in paid employment or work directly for a US company. They may ask for a letter from your employer, business, or itinerary. Be careful your answer. If you're visiting for business but say pleasure, it can look suspicious and cause issues. If you say work but don't have the right visa, they may refuse you entry. Can you imagine me refuse entry on the border? What if you're doing both? If your trip includes both business and personal travel, be honest. For example, I'm attending a business meeting for a few days, then staying for personal travel. Board officers want to ensure you're not violating visa rules, so just be clear and honest and prepared to support in details if needed. There we go. Let's have a, oh, this is interesting. I have to check. Yeah, what happens if you're not going for work, but spontaneously work happens? So I think I've got it. Yeah, I'll have to have a look at this. I think I do have a visa already. It looks like that it's all under one. I'll have to check this tonight. We don't have music today. Yeah, well, Looper last week says that he likes listening to this show while gaming. So like the music kind of collides. But like I'm sort of in two minds about it. Like, what do you think? Do you prefer when there's background music, or is it cool when it's silent in the background? I'm happy with either. So many questions. This is the thing. There's a lot of things that just like you don't really think about. Yeah, if you go for work, you're not allowed any pleasure. I love that. I love that. Oh, okay. We all like the background music. Well, look, here we go, guys. I've got you sorted. You ready? A 3, a 2, a 1, a go. Hopefully there's not going to be echo because I haven't got my earphones in today, so the music's coming out my speakers. Although I can just turn that down. Yeah. I need to get some more ambient music. That would be great. Slide in some AI generated acid jazz. I went to a job interview at a film studio, but went around the studio after like a tourist, and I said I was there for pleasure. Well, I'm going to the States for both. I'm going to see a friend who I also work with, and then I'm going to GDC. Which I'm super excited for. That should be really, really good. This has been a cool conversation. So I just want to wrap this up, and then I'm going to talk about some other random things that were on my mind that I was actually going to start at the beginning, but I didn't get round to. I just want to know from everyone, what are people's top travel tips? Sorry, why is everyone talking about woofing? What's woofing? What's woofing? What is this canine activity you speak of? Travel plug, as in for your ears. Oh man, you know my bunny ears. The bunny ears I've got, the little hat. I told about this before. When I was flying back from Boston last year, I pressed it, and the air pressure meant the ears stayed up the whole time. Roll your clothes into one big roll together to avoid folding and wrinkles. Is that real? Quadruple and double quadruple check that you have everything before you go. These are good. Learn how to say I don't understand. I'm from X in whatever the local language is. That can be good. Yeah, I heard this one. If that fails, talk louder and point at stuff aggressively. Yeah. I like having a broad sense of what and where I can do things, so I can spontaneously decide on any of those things. That's good. Here are some fun tips, right? Firstly, and this is a good one, email yourself a copy of your passport and key documents so that if you lose them, you can get access while you're out there. You can also include visas, travel insurance, emergency contacts. Put that in an email. Pack a dryer sheet in your luggage to keep clothes fresh. So long flights, sitting in a suitcase, stale smelling clothes. Slip a dryer sheet, which is a small bag of coffee grounds inside your bag to keep everything fresh. I never knew about this. Works wonders on shoes too. Number 3, use Google Maps offline, even without internet. Before your trip, open Google Maps, search your destination, download the map offline. You'll still be able to navigate and find locations without Wi-Fi or data. Lifesaver in places with poor signal. That's a good one. Oh my God, this next one I love. What do we make of this? Mark your luggage as fragile, even if it's not. Ask the airline to put a fragile sticker on your checked bag. Why? Airlines often handle fragile label bags more carefully and place them on top in storage, meaning yours will be one of the first bags to arrive at baggage claim. That is awesome. That is such an awesome tip. And to be honest, I'm going to have something in it that is going to be fragile. I love that tip. I thought it was just so they don't throw it about, but the idea that it's most likely to come off the plane first, that is a great tip. That's the winning one for me. That's amazing. And number 5, use a TV in your hotel as a phone charger. Forgot your plug adapter? Most modern hotel TVs have USB ports on the back. Plug in your charging cable and boom, you've got free phone charging even if you don't have a wall adapter. Okay, that's an interesting one. So yeah, when I'm at checking in tomorrow, it's not tomorrow. I'm working tomorrow. When I'm traveling, fragile. I'll do that, a check-in. I love that. I love that a lot. That is such a good tip. Has anyone got any other tips? I mean, who's going to beat that one? I'm seeing if I can get another 5 tips of that kind of, wow, I never thought of it, quality. It's top shelf idea, King Rolo. That's very good. It is indeed. All right, here's 5 more tips. Use a binder clip to protect your razor blades. Ever reached into your toiletry bag and sliced your finger on a razor? Fuck, who does that? Fix, clip a binder clip over the blade. It protects both the razor and your fingers. I've never... Who the fuck does that? I like this. Label is extra fragile and it'll probably come before all the fragile ones. Turn an empty chapstick tube into a secret cash stash. Take an empty lip balm tube, clean it out, and roll up some emergency cash inside. Why? If you get pickpocketed, this sneaky trick ensures you still have backup money. Number 3, if you need to sleep on a flight, book the left side of the plane. Most people are right-handed, meaning they lean right when sleeping. Solution, book a left side window seat so your head leans against the wall, avoiding seatmates leaning into you. There we go. Number 4, pack a Ziploc bag to hack airline drinks. Ever try balancing an open cup on a wobbly airplane tray table? Disaster waiting to happen. Ask for your drink in a plastic cup, then pour it into a Ziploc bag. Insert a straw through the seal, and now you have a spill-proof. You're going to use a Ziploc bag for your drink? Fuck off. And number 5, use your sunglasses case to store cables and small electronics. A hard sunglasses case is perfect size for earbuds, charging cables, travel adapters. Keeps them organised, tangle-free, and protected inside your bag. That's kind of a good one as well. That's awesome. Chris says that one is idiotic. Are we talking about the drink one? Yeah. My favourite 2 tips we've gone through has to be the fragile one and the sleep book the left side of the plane. I think those are my 2 favourites. I don't know about you. That's super interesting. Well, anyway, we've covered a lot. We've covered a lot of ground on this. I've got a lot of packing and stuff to sort out. I'm actually going to go clothes shopping tomorrow, just to like fill the gaps in. Also, I didn't have my hair cut too long ago, and I'm wondering if I should have another trim if I'm going to the States for a bit. Decisions. It does mean I don't know what's going to happen for my Myles Dyer lives. It does mean my PSVR 2 Let's Plays are going to be going on hold, which I'm really gutted about because I'm on such a roll with them. Yeah, this is a good one. Always fly the same airline so you accrue all your flying points together. Adrian Ham, great name, great picture. Research the location you're visiting to find where resources can be found. Shopping at the local grocery stores adds to the experience of the visit. Most places you get anything needed once there. It's a great point. All right, people. Well, listen, I want to say a massive thank you for everyone. Chris says, I like the chaos of airplane meals. Flights wouldn't be the same without having to balance one thing after the other. Yeah. Where in Cali am I going to? I am going to GDC, which is in San Francisco. So, yeah, I'll show you. Oh, man. God, look at all this stuff. Here we go. Game Developers Conference. Super excited for it. Oh, Sam Lake's going to be there. Awesome. Let's have a look here. I thought we'd be able to see the list of them. How much are prices? It's not going to be cheap. Oh! Regular rate. For all access, $2,300. Oh! Yeah. Yep. yeah, I've not been to San Francisco in like 20 years, so it'll be nice to go back there. It'll be good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I definitely need a break, so it'll be nice. And thank you. I genuinely really am gutted that I'm only going to be doing two or three more Let's Plays before taking a break. I mean, I could do some when I'm out there, but it's not going to be practical. And I'm not going to squeeze like loads of extra ones in. So, yeah. Yeah, there is that. Cool. Well, look, the last thing I'll talk about before wrapping this up with final thoughts. I've really tried to relax a lot this week, and I've been trying to get some good sleep. I've been struggling with that. But on Saturday, I had the most ridiculous experience. So I went for a flotation tank session on Saturday. Many of you know that I like to have my flotation tank sessions. And the flotation tank place I go to is about a 25 minute drive from where I live. So I went for a flotation tank session. It was really good. Got out, got in my car, and there's one of two ways I can go home. One is like going right into the heart of the town, Reading, and the other is like taking a freeway. And I was like, well, I'm going to be taking the freeway. It's a Saturday morning. Oh, it's like going to be lunchtime soon. Everyone's going to be trying to get into town. So I aim for the freeway. Oh, is the music loud? I can turn it down a bit. There we go. Is that better? So I go to take the freeway, and then I find out the freeway is shut. They're shutting it down. But not only had they shut it down, they had they prevent you from going around the roundabout, like the junction, to go back on yourself. And so I had to stay in the traffic, and then it was going into the heart of the city, into the town. And so what would normally take me 20, 25 minutes to get home took me over 2 hours. It was so bad, and it undone so much of the good work that I achieved in the flotation tank. So yeah, that was my little thing. Get a passport photo with an apple on your face at Chrome. What are you on about? A passport photo with an apple on your face. You bought your last car near Reading. That's cool. I got my last car in Reading. Yeah. Cool, everyone. Well, listen, before we wrap up the show, let's talk about vitamin G. Let's think about what's one thing you're really grateful for this week. Could be a person, could be a thing, could be an experience, could be anything. Always like to open up in the chat, but as I always say, vitamin G is also just reflecting, so you don't have to share it in the chat. You can just think about it to yourself. But I always like to I like to open it up for people to have the chance to think about what they are grateful for. So yeah, do hit the like button, do share what you're grateful for in the chat, and then we'll wrap things up. I'm trying my best to keep these nice and tight up until the hour. So yeah, this has been a good one. It's been a good topic, and actually I've learned a lot today. About travelling. It's been fun. Any vitamin Gs? My vitamin G this week is going to be for oxygen. I like oxygen. I wish I had more of it in me right now, because then I wouldn't be yawning so much. So yeah. Here we go. Oh, I love this. Well, I know what Siago's is going to be, and rightfully so. My vitamin G is probably fairly obvious. No, for health. Once again, much love to your partner in that, and amazing to have the clearance there. Kira says, I got to enjoy some sunshine and play with the neighbour's dog. Sunshine's been amazing here the last few days here in the UK. It's been absolutely wonderful. Mojo says, my vitamin G this week is for my older sister who took me about a local company, who told me about a local company, and I'm potentially getting a new job. So love you, big sis. That's awesome. Awesome. Good luck with that. Callie says, talking with Maria, who was figuring out how to sort out my near future. Good. That's good to hear. Dominic says, Vitamin G, modern devices allow me to be connected with people whilst I'm ill. Well, feel better soon, dude. Please do feel better. And yeah, oxygen's pretty good. Yeah, I'm clearly missing out this Apple thing. I have no idea what that's about. I must have missed it. Okay. Well, keep the vitamin G's coming, everyone. I'm going to wrap it up there. I've got to get back on with some VR showcase prep. I do think I've got the picture here. Yeah, everyone. VR game showcase. It's on March 11th at 9 a.m. Pacific, which is 12 p.m. noon Eastern, which is 5 p.m. Here in the UK, 6 p.m. Central European Time. For major VR announcements and updates for MetaQuest, PSVR 2 and PCVR on YouTube and TikTok Live. My good friends Jamie and Zena have been working hard on this, and yeah, there's going to be some nice updates from Flat to VR Studios. I wish I could tell you what they are now, but that is what I'm going to be working on straight after this. So King Rilo says, Vitamin G, seeing the benefits of hard work. Always good when it comes to fruition like this. Really good. Roll your clothes so easy to pack when there's no folding involved. But does it take up more space if you're rolling? That's the only question I've got. Everyone, take good care of yourselves. I want to say a massive thank you for tuning in. And thank you to everyone who's been tuning in to all my Let's Plays. If you haven't seen yesterday's Let's Play called Space Explore, it was yesterday, right? I mean, it feels like a fever dream. Go check it out. It was amusing, to say the least, and I said some very unfortunate terms on that call unintentionally. So yeah, take good care of yourselves, everyone. Have a wonderful Wednesday. Coming up in an hour is PSVR Without Parole with my good buddy Brian and Wes. I will be on the Friday show, so I'll see you on Friday. But yeah, take good care of yourselves, and I will see you next time. All right. Bye-bye.
I saw you on the road. I was chasing sunsets all alone. The darkness faded, painting goodbye in sky. Far away, but dreaming of your ocean eyes.
Thanks a lot, everyone. Really, really appreciate it. It was a pretty, wasn't downbeat, but it was like a pretty calm, good discussion. Really like the stuff we went through, though. As I said, learnt a lot today. And yeah, I better get packing. Have a good one, everyone. Much love.